Hello everyone. So I really wanted to talk about the journey that I'm going through currently with stopping breastfeeding. I think this is a really important thing to talk about because I've had lots of people messaging me about it. And this is my third child and I breastfed him. He's going to be 3 in a month. So I've breastfed him on demand. He's had milk whenever he's wanted it, and that's what I felt was important and how I wanted to do it. But now I know for me, I need to stop feeding. It's what's right for me and ultimately him. You get to a point, I think, where you know that enough's enough, and I've wanted to do it very sensitively and gently because I don't want it to be traumatic for him, and I want to honour and respect him and the journey that we're both on. So I've been talking a lot to him about it, about the fact that as he gets older, he doesn't need mummy's milk and that he can get love. And I sing a song. Are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Do you wanna cuddle? Are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Do you wanna cuddle? Are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Do you wanna cuddle? Do you wanna cuddle? So that's my silly little song that I sing when he goes for milk. It's like, well, are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Or do you just want love? Do you want to cuddle? Because ultimately that's the things that the breast milk are doing. So trying to make fun of it and light of it, I think, is an important thing, because it's a really big thing moving a child off your breast into a different state of being. So we have constant conversations about it, about this transition, about the fact that as he's getting older, he doesn't need it, but he can still have my love and support. He can still have all these things. He's not being abandoned, because I think that is a really important lesson and understanding that they need to know. You're not abandoning them. You're not ditching them. So we keep having this conversation. It's a daily conversation. And we've said that when he's 3, that's when it will stop. So that's a month away. So I'm weaning him down now so that he isn't shocked when it suddenly stops. So we stopped doing lunchtime one a few days ago. And he's done really well. And every time he goes for it, we talk about it. And it's so important to understand. I understand your feelings. I understand how you feel, but I'm still here for you. And this is how I can support you. And this is what I can give you. And distraction's also really good. Distracting him from the thought of it. And so now he's just having it when he goes to bed. So he's going to bed a bit earlier. He seems to have now dropped his daytime nap. So all these things are kind of happening and it's all big change. But, it's holding space for him, knowing that he's supported and loved, and knowing that his needs are being met. Ultimately, that's what everything's about, isn't it? We want to feel secure and know that our basic needs are being met. So that's what my little song's about. Are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Do you want to cuddle? It's showing him that his basic needs can be met and supported, and that he is being held in this process and he's not alone. And I think that communication with children of any age about changing the process is so important. I remember with my oldest child, when I was stopping feeding him, he stopped himself at 1.5 years, but we had started entering into a dialogue and that communication and understanding about it. My second child, I stopped feeding just before his 4th birthday. And again, it was this long dialogue so that he understood it and felt it in his being. And it wasn't some shock, because children understand so much more than we give them credit for on so many levels. So supporting them on all those levels through is such an important thing. So, supporting is really key. So I've not finished this journey yet. I've not finished breastfeeding him. We've got a month before we actually finish. So as I said, we're just reducing it now and talking the whole time about the experience so he understands it. And I think for any of us, grown-ups, whoever we are, when we're transitioning to another experience, we have to feel safe and we have to understand that process. And so that's what I've been doing with him, just explaining that process to him and knowing that he's held and supported in that change. So, it's going really well and I feel really positive about how well he's taking it on board. But another key thing in this whole process is me, making a decision and knowing why you're doing it and feeling strong in that decision, because otherwise it's very hard when a child is wanting something that you can give them really easily to stick to that, your guns on it, and to say, no, this is what we're doing. We're moving into a new phase. And for me, I've really felt the need to do this for my own well-being. You know, I've not slept through the night because I'm feeding him. So I know I need rest. I want a break. I know that I need to have a retreat away for myself, to myself on that spiritual level. And I know it's the time. It just feels right. So I've called on help from the universe. I've called on the support of my ancestors, of my being, to really connect in and go, I can do this. And by having that strength of being, to know that it's okay, to know that he is safe and well, and I can hold him through it, allows him to feel that safety as well. So obviously we've not tackled the bedtime or the nighttime yet, but we keep talking about it and we keep explaining and being there so that he understands, so that when it comes, it's not going to be a shock to his system, it's not going to be a shock to his being. He may get upset through the night a little bit, but if he knows ultimately that we are there to support him and hold him, then that's the main thing. So I'm going to keep you updated as we keep knocking feeds out and the process of this journey, so that hopefully it may be helpful and supportive to other people. One of the things that we've been reading is it's an American book. It's called Nurses, and I changed the word nurses because I don't like that, but you can have whatever word you want in there. And we've been reading so that he has been prepared. And you know, recently he's been going and getting it and getting the book and saying, can we read this? Because he wants that preparation. He wants to see it more clearly. So that's what we're doing. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope it's been helpful to some of you. If you know someone who's trying to stop breastfeeding and needs some support and help, then maybe this video might help them, knowing that others are going through it and it's okay and you can get through it. Communication is really the key. I mean, communication's the key in all of life, really, isn't it? Communicating and having that strength of knowing why you're doing something. The intention, I think, is so important. So see you later.